Hi, I'm Jack Parker. This is Shortwaves, and I'm here today with Hinds. How are you doing?
Hello. You are actually with the most hangover version of Hinds.
They asked me before, how are you doing? Heartbroken, hangover, and happy. The 3H.
The album is out. VIVA Hinds is here. How does it feel to have VIVA Hinds out in the world?
It feels really good.
It's the best.
Yeah, we played yesterday our first headline venue show here in London, and it was insane. We were just saying, probably one of the best shows we've played since before the pandemic.
Yeah.
So good.
What was the crowd like? Was it a good?
The crowd, the thing is, we redid the whole set list. Even in the beginning, we're now walking on stage without an intro song. This is the very first time in our career.
Yeah.
So we go there in silence, and the screams and the energy, and also it was a Friday night, so I think that helps. But people were losing it since minute zero.
Yeah.
It was crazy, so good.
And you're about to go on this tour as well, a huge tour, North America, Europe. What are you most excited for?
The whole thing. Don't make me choose.
No.
Every single detail of even the driving days, I'm looking forward to.
Genuinely.
See.
Yeah.
See. We're so excited. We really like what we do.
But it's also what happens when you feel like you might lose something that you start really appreciating. Like she was saying, loading in, loading out, the bruises on my legs today. I'm gonna cherish everything. Going
back to the creation of that album, you recorded this in rural France. How was that whole experience of bringing the album together?
The thing is, it was very special. For the first time, we didn't record in the studio. So we basically booked rental houses. We did it in 2 different trips, 10 days each. We could have chosen the same house, but we chose a different one just to make it even funner. And so we really didn't have a B plan. It was let's hope we don't have neighbors and it sounds good enough.
Yeah, and no one kick us out.
Yeah.
To be honest, during the first 3 days of each of the houses,
it was lighting candles.
The police didn't come yet. We're good. Police didn't come yet. We're good. Every night was a celebration. Police didn't arrive.
And slowly we started getting more comfortable to opening the window at the end, because obviously it was hot. The first one was in March and the second one was in June.
Yeah.
So in the June one, it started to be very hot. So we started opening all of the windows, and you can hear motorcycles driving by in the whole recording and stuff. But this was an album that we realized
it needed to be alive. It needed to capture it.
It just has all of those details of real life.
That's amazing.
The first album that we do without a drummer and bassist, so it was the two of us just directing the whole thing, with obviously Pete Robertson, the producer, who was amazing, but because he lives in the UK, we couldn't really meet him before we were already in the studio.
And he was the one who was going to play the drums.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting because he's such an amazing drummer that he wouldn't do a single take the same as the next one.
No.
So take number 5 would
do improv.
Yeah, he would do
It was pretty insane to have the producer to be the drummer, because obviously he has that head. So a lot of the beats that he was doing are like boom boom back. There's so many gags for the lyrics, and whenever as a producer, I'm sorry for all of the drummers out there, but usually you just think about you. You know what I mean? The same way guitar players, we're not thinking the singer. We're just thinking about the guitar solo that we want to do. But you could really, really feel that he's a producer and a drummer. So so cool. Even now when we play it live, we have Maria play with us, and when I hear back the recording, I'm he's doing that little detail here and there.
Do you remember the moment when you were able to step back and you knew the album was finished and done?
It took us a while. It took us a very long time. Yeah, because of budget, we had some things left in the studio, and we ran out a bit of time. Hi, how are you? We had to send Pete some takes, ask him to redo some drums.
A couple of songs that we didn't finish in the studio.
Yeah.
We struggle with that because we don't have a lot of tools back at home in Madrid. And then we said, okay, this is it. We're not gonna send you more.
No, we need to finish it.
Yeah. Sorry, Pete.
Love you, Pete. Happy birthday.
How do you feel the album compares to your previous albums?
This is the very first album that we don't think is gonna make big. This is the really very first album that we're not thinking about how it's gonna land in the people, if it's achievable for radio, if it's suitable for synchronizations. When we were recording it, we really didn't know if the band was going to actually survive, if it was going to have attention, if it was going to have fans still listening to it.
It's the first album that we're not expecting it to change our
The gap.
career, basically.
Claro, is the gap that has been the longest for years, actually, for when the first single came out. That we just really didn't know. It's such a long gap, you know what I mean? And we weren't that big back in 2020. So it's not like Rihanna leaving music and we all begging her to come back to music and stop makeup. But sorry, Rihanna, but
I love your makeup, but I prefer your music.
So when you're a band like our size, you don't know exactly if people is gonna be there, and it's more like a philosophic question. Like, if a band doesn't release music and doesn't play shows, and people don't listen to it anymore, are you still a band? You know what I mean?
No, you have to answer.
I say yes.
This is our part of the interview.
But was that kind of freeing in a way?
It was very freeing.
Shackles are off. You can do
I
what
mean,
you want.
you can
100%.
just hear it on the songs. Like, it's the least pretentious thing we've ever done. Like, album 1, obviously we wanted to change the world because that's what you're supposed to do when you start a band, right? You just start and you want to make the world better. Second one was like sort of proving everyone that we were a rock band. We record everything live, including solos, like just everything live. The third one was where we started playing with production and we learned a lot about production and like synths and layers and what it was to do arrangements. Like, we had no idea until album 3 what it was to produce a song and do layers. And yeah, it was literally the first time that we just weren't thinking about any of that.
I remember when I saw you at South by, you said that you had gone from a time when you really didn't know whether Hinds, was gonna be a band anymore. What's been the biggest highlight over that period where you've gone from thinking things could be over to this moment now?
We have this word in Spanish called ilusión. They're gonna know about it. It's like a mix between excitement and hope. Yeah. And because of COVID and a lot of things that have happened to us, like a lot of just industry things that kept happening to us and made every day very hard and very sad. When we got back the ilusión of like, okay, we are gonna make an album, like we're enough, we don't need the circumstances to change, we don't need a record deal, we don't need managers, we don't need a drummer and a bassist, we don't need anything else than us and music, our friendship and music. And that, like, the shift was huge. Like, nothing in the outside world changed, but inside us everything had changed. When that happened, bad luck was still around. Like, it's not like things started going easy, but it just affected us differently. Like, we were like, fine, like we accepted the sort of fate we were having and like we were fine with it. And the most precious thing was like, okay, now we know we have that and we need to protect that energy above everything. Like, when some bad things would happen, we would actually say we need to go to the gym and protect the energy. Like, that's the two things. Because if you have that will, that hope, that ilusión, then you're fine. Like, whatever.
Hard to explain even more, I think, to an English person, because you probably make the translation in your head and you're thinking about illusion, which is actually a mirage.
No.
And it's and it's not like that, because probably the origins of that word is like something that doesn't exist, and you still like, or the word delusional, like you're not even living in reality, you are actually looking for something else, and doesn't matter what the world is telling you, that you still are craving for something and gonna achieve something. I think it's not like that because it doesn't translate like that, because you can actually say that like, me muero de ilusión for something, and it really means that it just makes you really, really happy to think about it, and it makes you really, really excited to it to happen, So it's not that we are crazy or something.
Obviously.
No, but I want to make clear, like, it's not like... The thing is that I think we really strongly... we really strongly started just to think that it was enough, and to think that we believed in ourselves and that we didn't need anything else. Bueno, she said it before. Yeah, the crazy one.
What advice would you give to emerging bands now who are
enjoy?
In the early phase? Yeah.
Enjoy. The beginnings are amazing, and I am wrong, because I usually think that you only have one beginning. And it's not true.
I love that.
Es verdad. Enjoy and work. Both equally. And to be honest,
Don't
for
change your
bands,
strings.
no. I don't know how to tell you because I haven't done it. But I think it's gonna be very helpful for you to be organized in your computer and the way of archiving things and like taxes and numbers and stuff is gonna help you a lot in the future.
Don't play the rock star, not looking at contracts, not listening at accountants. Like,
if you've been disorganized in the past, it's gonna chase you forever.
Get on your admin. It's good advice.
Or at least try.
Yeah.
I know it's difficult. I'm very untidy.
You've supported some incredible bands over the years, like The Strokes, for example. Who's been your favorite band to support over the years? Has there been one?
Strokes were super nice to us. There's a real difference in the big acts. Super difference from the people that come from rock scene and from the people from mainstream.
yeah.
They treat you different. They place you different in the building.
They give you food.
See, their behavior is completely different towards you.
Yeah. Viva el rock.
See.
And what's been your favorite Hinds headline show to date?
I'm going to say yesterday.
Toma,
Yeah?
First. First comment.
You've also got, like, your fans are incredible.
Sí. So, first of all, I really like them. Me caen genial. To me, it means a lot to be a fan of Hinds, to be honest. Even more in Spain, it's a little bit different, I think. And I totally empathize with the fact that they probably have got into trouble or into arguments to defend us. So, first of all, thank you for that. And I don't think we are a band that you are going to obviously like, and we do everything so good and everything.
Look at me, I'm so perfect.
I'm so perfect. We're not so perfect. So I really enjoy this kind of people that
Embrace
chaos, exactly. And they make the shows better, and so they make everything greater. The whole project is greater because of them, 100%.
Hinds fans are the best.
The best.
Now they're called Bambis.
They're called Bambis.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
It's new.
Have they ever done anything that's like super dedicated, like bringing rice to a gig or
Yes.
anything like that?
How do you know that?
Bringing rice?
Actually,
Like a wedding?
Alberto, no, look, in the middle of a tour, my phone...
Se lo estoy inventando.
Que no, los chicos
No, vale.
Que sí.
¿Qué? No sé.
My phone fell into the water. Completely.
By the way, it's 11:30. I think it's important to put in context.
Oh yes, it's very late in the night.
And what day is it today?
I haven't finished my story. Wait.
Vale, pero can you locate yourself?
Sí. Today is Saturday, 14th of September.
Muy bien, continue
And
with
we
your
have
story.
12 degrees outside. And then... sí, the rice. Bueno, sí, So, what I was telling you. Sorry, just my phone fell to the water, and actually, two friends that are now super good friends with us, they brought me to the very next day of the tour a bag of rice to put the phone inside the rice. So yes, they have brought ice.
So I'm going to tell our friends. We're going to be late.
These are the Jaguar Shoes, who own the venue, Two Palms. Quickfire questions. These are the Jaguar Shoes quickfire questions. So what's the best drink for a gig?
Beer.
First band you fell in love with?
Literally or metaphorically? Arctic Monkeys.
Probably Arctic Monkeys, sí.
Who's the last band that you fell in love with?
Last,
Most
Fontaines.
recent. Great choice. What was your favorite TV show growing up as a kid?
Doraemon. I really like Doraemon.
Oh, sí,
El gato
so-
cósmico. Cartoon. A magic cat with a magic pocket. He's living in a family, and Nobita Woodger is
Carlotta,
a Japanese.
this is supposed to be fast questions. We're not talking about Doraemon.
Check it out, guys. Doraemon. Grow
Favorite
up.
city outside of Madrid?
Chicago.
And and your favorite song from Viva Hinds today.
Because of last night, Superstar.
Me too.
So tonight you're playing the Jaguar Shoes venue across the road, Two Palms, here in Hackney.
Yes.
You're doing a DJ set. What's the difference between like your DJ set and the live shows? What do you try and do with the DJ set?
I'm gonna try not to choose Hinds to
It's
DJ
tough.
tonight.
It's tough.
We're saying from 11 to 12 we're gonna only play coffee.
You gotta give the fans what they want, right?
Yeah, no, we
A ver.
speak, what we do is read in the room.
See, and
Whatever.
when we DJ, it's more about fun. Obviously, we don't have to
Yeah.
focus. We're shitty DJs, and we embrace
Yeah,
it.
no, we don't.
No problem. No one's here for professionalism. But when we play live, we try to keep it
Sí.
professional, even though it doesn't work. But we try.
Can't wait. Look forward to
Can't
it.
wait. Let's
Thank
go.
you so much.
Let's go, Grabs.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Hey.
Hey.
Justo.
Thank you.